What's up, my YouTube family? What up, what up, what up? Belay my lad. Okay, right now I'm just sitting down. Y'all see the fit, got the Travis Scott's gray shirt, pants on. But I just wanted to make this video, and I know it's not gonna be a very long video because my storage is kind of low. But I just want to bring encouragement. I just want to bring encouragement and talk, So lately, my life has been pretty darn good. I'm not saying because, I have materialistic things or this and this and this. It's been good because I've been operating out of gratitude, being grateful for everything. I will always keep talking about this. I recently got, separated from the Navy, and it's not a sad moment. It's not a sad moment for me, but a lot of talking, a lot of ums. Every time I turn this camera on, I don't feel like me anymore. But it's just to bring encouragement that there are going to be good moments in life, and some moments are just not going to be good, but it is still a gift to be living life. And if you are going through one of those bad moments, just know that it will get better. This is just the phases of life, but there's going to be a moment where you're just going to feel like at peace, and anything that comes to you, anything that comes at you or whatever season you're in life, you're just gonna be content, because you've been through that hardship, or you felt it before, and it's making you stronger and better and stronger and better and better, Keep going. So just keep going. Wake up every single day. Do what you have to do. Work out. Go outside. Write. Read. Listen to your favorite song. I don't care if it's weird. Listen to all the songs. All of it. All of it. All of it. This part is for me. I feel like a couple months ago, I didn't feel like my body was mine. I didn't feel like the world was for me or whatever. I just didn't feel myself. I felt like I was just here, just existing. But I've grown a lot since then, and this is why I make these videos, for my growth. And yeah, it's just all an experience. If you go on like the beginning of, not the beginning, where like it shows your viewers, and I say that I'm just borrowing this identity, I really am. And me being on earth, I want to operate out of being authentic. I feel like I'm growing into it. A couple months ago, or my previous self would have been so self-conscious to post on YouTube or start an Instagram, or I would have thought about trying to be perfect and all this stuff, to go make friends, to put myself out there, to enjoy life, and to operate of who God is calling me to be, And I feel like I've been through a lot of phases. I destructed from Christianity. I started honoring God in my life in different ways. I started to take my faith more seriously in my own relationship with God and all that stuff. And I know God has a lot for me, and I want to document it, and I want to show it out, because I know life can be dark. I feel like in anything that you go through, you can turn it into, great goodness. I don't know if you guys heard me talk about the other one, because my phone was paused that whole time. But I did mention God and everything. But I just know that God has more for me, and I'm trusting that. And just to know that your life is connected to everything, you know. You're not just worthless. And as much as humans, they are not going to admit out of their mouth to say that you mean something to them because of ego, pride. But there is somebody out there who literally is looking to you to be like, what are that person is doing? Or, you know, you as a person inspire them in some way in their heart. And I know you don't want to feel that pressure of having to show up and do this, but all you have to do is just be yourself. Literally. You just have to operate out of your being you. And sometimes we are our own worst critics. I made that video too. You know, I am my own worst critic because you overthink, and in your mind you're trying to do what's right. And in reality, just be you. Literally, how are you going to do it? And just be you. And I remember when I was in boot camp, I really sat with myself because I had nothing else to do, just to sit with me. And I asked myself, like, why was I doing this for? You know, why did I want to be in the military? What is my reasoning out of this? So I always felt like my reasoning of coming to serve my country wasn't as strong, or it wasn't as valid, because I just wanted to join just to join. And there are people wanting to join for naturalization, single parents, homelessness, all these reasonings. And I was just like kind of confused in my head, but my reasoning was just as valid as their reasoning. That's just what somebody told me, and it's true. You know, you have to operate out of your authenticity and who you are, and don't be ashamed of anything. And you know, this message is for myself too. I do go back and I watch these videos to help me a lot. I know my life is always changing. Obviously, I'm not where I want to be in life, but I'm working towards it with my future and my goals and all that stuff. And one of the things I always like feel all ashamed of myself is I always feel like I'm too serious, or I focus on trying to get better all the time and this and this. And sometimes I don't know how to balance trying to have fun and laugh and everything, and you know, be all jokingly. But I'm learning to just embrace that who I am, and it's just who I am, you know. I want to lessen who I am just so I can make other people feel better about me. Because every time I rush into something because I feel like I have to, or you know, I'm trying to prove a point or whatever, that's when I always go in the wrong direction, trying to operate out of survival mode and all that stuff. So yeah, I just want to take my time, follow God, let God lead me and direct me, and literally, and a lot of people don't know what I mean by that, but when you say yes to God and everything, it's all inside, you know. It's not a direct display to be like, oh, I have my Bible and I'm having this and this. It's all inside, you know. When you hear that voice in you, that your intuition, because we all know what's right of what to do, so you follow it, and you have faith that all the stuff that you are believing, or the person that you want to become, it's gonna happen because God is here with you. And if you can believe it, we're going through it and it's gonna work. That's just it. You know, it's not a special recipe of you gotta go to church, you gotta do all this stuff. You can, you know, if that's your way of displaying your faith, great. But I like to privately practice my faith. I don't like doing it all out loud anymore, because this is how I show my love and gratitude to God and to the people I love. You know, even when it comes to like my friendships, my relationships, like I'm pretty private about it, because I just feel like I don't have to do all the like make all the noise. I'd rather just privately love them. I don't know. But I'm gonna read some of my journal entries, and maybe possibly from the book of Woman Evolved by Sarah Jakes. This is like some of the stuff I wrote. I'm not gonna read from the book, but this is what I wrote from me reading the book. The sky is only another level, not a limit. God blessed them, and God said, "Be fruitful and multiply. Fill the earth and subdue it. Have dominion." Dot, 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 dot. You guys know that verse. We'll search it up. The world is interconnected, that your empty spot gives permission for someone else to leave her spot unfulfilled too. I truly believe that my calling is connected to a lot of people's breakthrough, to get it together, and it will inspire others to step into their purpose, infinity and beyond. This is serious. It has impact. Your calling is intentional. Nothing ever simple, but always complex. You know, we are complex, like, human beings, and your calling is very complex. I know it doesn't feel like it, but just keep going, and literally, all of it is just gonna make sense once you get older, and then you're like, oh dang, you know, and you're not gonna regret anything, because it's like, you know, every day we're evolving and becoming new people. But you guys know I'm like switching the subject a lot, but I really want a daughter. You already know I've been posting on my community post of baby Bria, but I just feel like, you know, being a woman is just like such a powerful thing. And I feel like as women, like, we hold so much power, and when we don't operate in it, it just, you know, it just like ruins the whole mood. You know, have you ever like been around a woman that you just see her and you're like, dang, but she can't even see it, you know? And people might look at me and think the same thing, and I might not recognize my power. You know, I feel like I'm still growing, and I feel like I have more to learn and, you know, more to do to operate in that. But as women, I feel like we hold a lot of responsibility. We hold the standards, move the world. Like, we truly run the world in a lot of things that we do, because we have a lot of intuition. We sit a lot and like stay still, and there's power in staying still, you know, instead of like moving all around. I gotta go get the money, I gotta go grind, I gotta go hustle. There's nothing wrong with grinding and hustle, you know, nothing wrong with that. But I feel like our power is in rest and literally just sitting. I'm not saying be lazy, whatever, no. I'm just saying thinking, you know. But I might be wrong, who knows. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yep, I like my channel. I just wanted to make that video because I feel like I haven't posted it in a while. Yeah. You know, I've been planning, you know, I want to like do a podcast, but like my last podcast. And I feel like this can be a podcast, you know, it doesn't have to be like all fancy and chairs. It will eventually grow into what it's gonna be, and I'm just gonna let it flow. Yeah, you know, I do plan on going back to the military, but I want to go to the Air Force once I get like, when I'm like 21, 22, I'll go, you know, I'll enlist and stuff, and we're gonna make that move. They gonna give me that rifle, like, I already did the 9mm hand pistol. Now they're gonna give me the rifle, you know. Give me that rifle, you know. Long body rifle. Come play on me. I'm really shooting up the club, you feel me? You know, okay, for sure. Yeah. But yeah, that's basically it. I don't really have anything too much. Probably gonna go work out. But I am going to school for computer IT. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm going for computer IT. you know, cybersecurity. I'm securing everything. So don't come over here, hackers. You know I'm green team. You know I'm green team. Then I might progress to red team, but I'm forever green team, you know. So come over here. I'm a securing place. I'm really shooting the bad guys on that computer. We're gonna learn all the coding. I'm gonna post more on here. It's gonna be a fun time, you know what I'm saying? And I already had notifications. I believe in my abilities to achieve my goals. I believe in my abilities to achieve my goals. Enjoy life, have fun, learn to balance achieving your goals, and also being open to getting lost so you end up in the right direction. Shout out to Robin. That's my girl. I got that quote from her, Robin NYC. Shout out to Robin. Yeah, that's all I have. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I might post more because I like posting. I love y'all. And I'm gonna turn this what is it? I'm gonna turn this light bulb off. But lay my last, I'm gonna turn this phone off. Bye.